Jadi 15 lubang yang akan mengharungi 8 pusingan perlombaan race 1 bagi kategori Underbone 150 dari peta utama pelumba dari Indonesia menunggang jentera 60 Wahyu Haji Tri Laksana, dan dari peta kedua menunggang jentera 13 dari Malaysia untuk pasukan Uma Racing Yamaha Majimoto Muhammad Akil Aziz, dan dari peta ketiga menunggang jentera
A very warm welcome to the 2017 edition of the Asia Road Racing Championships. We're coming to you from Johor in the southern tip of Malaysia for round 1 and 2 of the season. There's Corkle alongside Harmy Tazim, who's a veteran of the Asia Road Racing Championships. Good to have you back in the chair, Harmy. And this event at Johor, it's a beautiful racing circuit. The riders love it.
Yes, indeed. It's good to be back here in ARRC, where all the action is, and this is the best two-wheel racing in Asia, and we are back in Johor for the first round of the championship. As you said just now, this is Johor circuit, and it's one of the best circuit for two-wheel racing. 3.86 kilometer with 12 total corners altogether. Longest straight 701 meter at the front straight, and this is, as we said before, a huge challenge for riders because this is the track itself give a lot of skills that need to be used by the riders to go through for them to get the fastest time.
We're just having a little look at the pole sitters, and this is Wahyu Aji Chilaksana, the Indonesian on the Yamaha, and this is the Underbone 150cc, which is a number of changes that we've got for you in season 22. And Wahyu Aji alongside Akid Aziz on the front row of the grid and Tengku Amril. But the change from 130 Underbone to 150 Underbone, it's caused a lot of noise in the marketplace and amongst the riders.
Yes, and a lot of riders they like the bike, of course, and a lot of people up there also like the bike. It's very good looking bike, but in racing perspective, like Wahyu Aji Trilaksana, he's used with the bike. Riders like Akid Aziz and Tengku Amirul, who's racing now in Malaysia Capri, using a lower cc than 150, but they're doing quite well here. Like Akid, he's second on the grid together with Tengku Amirul. Both of them are racing in the Capri 115cc, but this is 150. It's different altogether.
It is. We'll give you a couple of numbers to look out for. Wahyu Aji is number 60. He's the pole sitter. Akid Aziz has joined the circuit in the Underbone from Capri. He's bike number 13, second on the grid. Tengku Amrul Hafirudin, a very experienced campaigner, third on the grid. For other familiar names, the likes of Izzat Zaidi, who had success here last year. Hazik Fairuz on the second row, bike number 26. He was in second place in race number 1 yesterday. We've also got a Chinese entry, Wan Jibo, the 28-year-old, is starting number 13 on the grid. Now, in a battle between the Yamahas and the Hondas, it's Yamaha who are really winning this little battle because they are 1, 2 and 3 on the grid.
It looks like the Yamaha are doing quite well here in Johor in the 150cc. We look at the grid now. On pole position is Wahyu Aji Laksana, second on the grid. Muhammad Akid Aziz, third on the grid is Tengku Amirul Hafirudin.
Yeah, we'll go down to the second row. Azroy Hakim from Malaysia, Hazik Fairuz, look out for that young fella, and Izzat Zaidi make it an all-Malaysia second row.
Seventh on the grid is Muhammad Zakir Muhammad. 8 is Muhammad Afendi, Rossi for the champion. 9 is Batushi, Sakir Rostam.
It's a very much a Malaysian-dominated championship, but there is a Vietnamese contestant. Cao Vietnam is 10th on the grid. No, Isman Ismail, the veteran, who we love to see him in action. He's on row number 4 alongside Shafiq Rosley.
And then we have Yao Ji Ho from China, 13 on the grid, and 14 on the grid is Muhammad Aminul Arif Musa, and 15 on the grid supposedly, because he did not start the Super Bowl, is Anggi Setiawan from Indonesia.
Yeah, we're just getting a little something on the on our monitors that Izzat Zaidi, who we did have originally down as being quite high up on the grid, he's actually dropped down. He's 17th in the overall starting. This is the overcast conditions. It's been very wet and rainy in this part of the world over the last month or so, and there's a little bit of debris on the track, a little bit of muck on the track, and it's affected the riders and their concentration on this beautiful racing circuit.
Yeah, it was raining 2 days ago, but it was clear yesterday during the early part of the session. Towards the end, towards the evening, it was raining, and now, well, touch wood, we hope that we're going to have a good race today. By the look at the grid, we have 11 Malaysian, 2 Indonesian, 1 from China, and 1 rider from Vietnam. And but even though we have 11 Malaysian, Wahyu Aji Laksana is still the man to beat in the Underbone.
Certainly is. We need to give you a little bit of a weather forecast. It is overcast, but it's darkening out there as well, and rain is anticipated for this afternoon. Those dark clouds are very threatening. Just at the moment, not affecting the riders, but we are anticipating some rain and even possibly a little bit of lightning to come in later on in the afternoon. So the formation lap is complete, and a reminder, it'll be Wahyu Aji Chilaksana from Yamaha Racing Indonesia on the extreme right, who will be leading us off. Lap time of 1:50.513, average speed of 125 kilometers per hour.
Yeah, that's the time during the Super Bowl. But the fastest man during qualifying yesterday was Azroy Hakim Anwar from the UZ Honda Vietnam Racing Team.
Okay, we are all just about set. The season is off and running, and we are underway. And immediately, Wahyu Aji Chilaksana has got to just try and hold on. He's made a decent start as Wayuaji, and he's dragged along Tengku Amrul Hafarudin alongside him. Tengku in the green and red livery has just moved into second place as they come round corner number 1, but decent start from Tengku Amrul.
Yeah, it's a good start by Tengku Amrul Hafarudin jumping into second place in front of Akid Aziz. But it's still early, as we know, in underbone category, even though it's 150cc, but it's still in underbone. They're going to be very close with each other. Look at the bike from, I think that is one of the SCK rider in yellow color from the inside, now behind Tengku Amrul Hafarudin.
Yeah, it looks like Muzakir Mohammed's made a good move from the third row of the grid up into the, actually from fifth on the grid into third overall. Lovely soft focus, getting the artwork in very early are the guys. This is lap number 1 of the season, and this is Hafarudin who's made a smart move as they come up the hill for the very first time. This is a 7-lap race, so there'll be plenty of jockeying of position and just trying to get your position right on the track, Army.
Yes, this is quite a long track for the underbone racing, and already have one in front there now. Battling for P1, and it looks like I think it's back to Wayuaji. Wayuaji is back leading, and it seems like Tengku Amrul is following Wayuaji. Maybe that's the strategy that he will use to be right behind Wayuaji Tilaksana.
Yeah, Wayuaji made his move as they came over the brow of the hill, and it's still the Indonesian who is leading the way. Right at the very rear, we've got Azroy Hakim Anwar, who had a dreadful start. He started 4th row in the grid, and he's dropped right the way down to the tail end as they come over the start-finish line. It's Wayuaji Tilaksana leading from Tengku Amrul Hafarudin. Helmi Azwan also up there, and Anggi Setiawan, he's made a bit of a move for himself as well.
Yeah, Azwan is not good in the least, and I think something happened to him because he was the fastest man yesterday during qualifying, and Azwan just came back from the World Series, 1 week in the World Series, and he did quite well last weekend, and then he was one of the rider that mentioned earlier, and I think that is yes, Muzaki, and then back to Wayuaji in front.
So Wayuaji, bike number 60, time of 1:58.290, leading the way. Cal Vietnam has dropped from 10th down to 11th, and Azroy Hakim Anwar is currently at the very tail. Just ahead of him is Wan Jibo, but let's focus at the very front, where it is Wayuaji Tilaksana in the blue livery, who is leading the way once again as we come into the midway point, the technical part of lap 2 of 7 in the Underbone 150s.
Yeah, I think I saw Amirul Arif Musa now in front. Yeah, because he's second now, 63. He was in front just for a while. Now he's behind Wayuaji Tilaksana, the winner of the race last year for the UZ team. And now he's down to third, and one of the SCK rider, that is Muzaki, I think now in second place.
Our first look at the 150s, it was 130s, but the change has just got a little bit more powerful engines, and it's had a good response from riders and the public alike. As they come up the hill and the sharp right-hand corner, it's 12 corners on the circuit. 7 right-handers, 5 left-handers cross the start-finish line for the very first time.
Yeah, now we have the official with I think that is Norisman Smile, right? Norisman is in front right now, and that Norisman. No, that's not Norisman. That is Muzaki. Muzaki is in front. I think yes, we have Wayuaji back leading the race.
On to lap number 3. Wayuaji, bike 63, just behind. Amrul Arif Musa is indeed chasing, now he's leading, coming up the hill for the first time is Amrul Arif Musa. He had a good time here in Johor last year. There's the beautiful shot coming over the brow of the hill. It's blind as the riders come over that brow of the hill, and once again we're seeing Wayuaji Tilaksana has made a decent fist of that. And and he is now leading, coming down the hill, and right behind him you've got Tengku Amrul Hafirudin.
Yes, we have 6 laps to go, and you can see now they are very close to each other. This is part of the Underbone racing, where the strategy play an important part because of this is where they need to be in the front group and follow the leader. And now it looks like Laksana is the leader that they are following. And then I mentioned just now, Norisman is way back there, the green color with his new team, the 1XX TKR racing team, and it looks like Tengku Amirul Hafirudin now is still in front with Amirul Arif Musa and in second place.
As they come round the corner, the sharp right-hander at the end of the long first straight. Wahyu Aji still leading the way. He's dragged Hafirudin alongside with him, and for the very first time we're beginning to get a little bit of a procession. We've completed 3 laps. This is lap number 4, and Wahyu Aji Trilaksana is leading the way. Good form, good power.
Yes, Amirul Arif Musa is still there. He was on the podium. In fact, he won the race here last season here in Pasir Gudang round 1. But we have, that is number I think it's number 60 is Wahyu Haji Trilaksana leading. And look at the SDK rider now. We are moving forward, and together with Norisman, I believe he's making his move right now with his teammate of 1XX racing team, as well as 2 riders from 1XX that I saw in the race.
On the international side of things, Cao Vietnam is currently down in 13th place. The Vietnamese, this in his 2nd season racing on the Asia Road Racing Championships for Thailand's Wan Jibo. He is currently in 16th. Our focus is on this procession at the very front, and still it's Wahyu Aji Trilaksana who is leading the way. And Anggi Setiawan is also in that little group as they come past the start-finish line for the 4th time.
Yeah, it's a remarkable start by Anggi Setiawan. But he's now in front there together with our Aji Trilaksana. And I did say that we have 2 riders from 1XX TKR, but in fact only have 1 rider in Norisman Ismail, maybe the green color of our other team. But it is Norisman Ismail, number 19, is in that group as well.
Akid Aziz, who had a very good qualification or super pole, he's dropped down. The youngster who had been racing in Malaysia, he's now dropped down into 4th position officially overall.
Yeah, he's the reigning champion of the CP 115 in Malaysia, and he's also now leading the championship after 2 rounds, and he's had a good time in the practice session and also in qualifying. But now it looks like Wahyu Aji Trilaksana from Indonesia is showing the way, using his experience now leading the whole group.
It's still not a case of anybody's been able to make a severe dent on the rest of the pack, but certainly Wahyu Aji was on pole, was quickest, and certainly looks very, very happily. Still looks very much as the man who is most comfortable on the 150cc's.
Yeah, it looks like Helmi Azman also making his way. Tengku Amirul Hafirudin, Fendi Rosli, Aziz Aziz also in that group now. All of them battling for P1. This is going to be very interesting and very close to the finishing line.
Well, Anggi Setiawan, it's an Indonesia 1-2 as Anggi comes over the start-finish line. We have now completed 5 laps. The gap between 1 and 2.42 of a second, but there's less than a second between first Anggi Setiawan and Nur Isman Ismail down in 7th place. So this is going very much as the 130cc Underbones. It's going to be tight and going to take us right to the very, very last line, Harmy.
Yes, we have a new series, but it's still the same Underbone category. We have very close to each other, and then we have normally we have a few of Indonesian riders that will be working together, but we have 11 Malaysians now. What can they do to the 2 Indonesian? But the Indonesians are so strong in this category. Anggi and Wahyu, both of them are leading right now. Akid, Fakrushi, Amir Arif Musa, all these Malaysian riders now following.
You're not suggesting nationalism is going to come into play, are we? Still Anggi and Wahyu Aji doing their best, but
yeah, we have one accident on the track right now, but it looks like Anggi Setiawan and Wahyu Aji. The battle we have, there is bike number, yes, and I believe that is Muzaki Muhammad. Yeah, Muzaki Muhammad in front together with bike number 30. That is Muhammad Akid Aziz. Muhammad Akid Aziz now running in front. He's the reigning champion of the 115cc. This is what's happening on the track right now. There's an accident, but look, back in front. The battle still intense. The top 4 riders now side by side going to the first corner.
Well, the Anggi Wahyu Aji coming together really did cost them. They are now 10th and 11th if they are actually going to get up. And look like Wahyu Aji is going to be not completing the racing. Let's have a look at it once again. This is the incident at the very top. Wahyu Aji takes out Anggi, and it's Anggi and Wahyu 1-2 Indonesian coming together and taking some collateral damage as well. Akid Aziz.
Amir Arif Musa also out of the race.
What it means is that Akid Aziz and Fakruzi Shakarin have come from absolutely nowhere, and Helmi Azman in 3rd. Tengku Amrul is holding on in there. He's moved up from 4th. Well, he just kept himself out of danger in that big smash. He's moved himself up into 4th place. Norizman Ismail also in there. Helmi Azman as well, also in the green livery. But it's Akid Aziz who started well, dropped off, and now as we come into the business end of this race is leading. We have got 2 laps to go. This is the penultimate lap. Akid Aziz from Uma Racing Yamaha leading in the yellow livery, and he's looking very comfortable and very composed, although that's a nervous little look over the shoulder.
Yeah, I think Fakrushi now is in front of Akid Aziz in fact, and Helmi Azman also now pushing in the front group, and then we have the Amir. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 riders in the front group now battling for P1.
Yeah, Fakruzi leads the way, 0.139 ahead of Hazik, who's made a move. Akid in 3rd, Tengku Amrul holding on in 4th, Helmi Azman 5, Norizman Ismail also in that little group, but it's those 5 who are pulling away. Helmi Azman in the green livery, but Fakruzi is being, he's being put under an intense amount of pressure, is the youngster. Oh, look at that. 5 abreast as they come down this main straight. This is the battle for P1, and it's Hafirudin who takes that left-hand corner first, but he's not in the lead for long, Harmy.
Well, I think we have to look at Muhammad Helmi Azman as well, because now he's leading the race. He's one of the good young riders from Malaysia, up and coming, number 55, Muhammad Helmi Azman, and behind Mr. Amirul. And I think Fakrushi down to 4th. It is his hometown. He wants to win here in Pasir Gudang. He won here in Malaysian Cup last season in Pasir Gudang. And so Helmi Azman now leading together with Tengku Amirul and Hazik Fairuz now. Hazik is now creeping, and he is now following Akid Aziz, the 2 riders from the Majumoto.
Akid leads the way as they come into the final part of this race. It's the battle for P1. We are on the last lap, and we are 5 abreast coming into the final 2 corners. Fabulous stuff. Akid is still leading the way. He's being pushed by Fakhrouzi. Haziq is looking for any chance to get through, as is Hafaruddin, the sharp right-hander. Slight miscalculation, Fakhrouzi leading the way as they come up the hill for the final time. Into the final right-hand corner, Fakhrouzi Sakrin Rostam is leading the way. Can he hold off the challenge? Fakhrouzi looks backwards. Is it a fatal mistake? Fakhrouzi!
Oh, it's Akid in the end. It's Akid Aziz.
By Akid Aziz.
Akid Aziz. Fakhrouzi down to second. I think he looked behind. Fakhrouzi looked behind, and Akid came from the right side of Fakhrouzi, and he's still.
Fakhrouzi thinks he's won it. Fakhrouzi thinks he's won it. Akid Aziz, according to our stats, has won it by 0.006 of a second.
It's a thousandth of a second behind. I think when Fakhrouzi looked behind, and that's when Akid Aziz he crossed the line in front. He's showing that very fraction, very by the skin of the teeth that Akid Aziz did it in front of Fakhrouzi Sakrin Rostam.
Wow, what a race. We will need to make sure that gets clarified, because by the look of the eye, it looked like Fakhrouzi had just held on, but this look behind him, that is fatal in this race for him.
Yeah.
That costs him valuable seconds, valuable meters, and Akid Aziz comes through. And does he sneak it on the line?
Yes, he did it. Yes, Akid.
Wow.
Yes, by 0.006 second, Akid Aziz in front of Fakhrouzi. Overtook Fakhrouzi Sakrin Rostam, and well, Fakhrouzi going to be very frustrated, and he thought he won the race because I think when he looked behind, that gives a little bit of time, because it's quite long from the last corner to the finishing line, and Fakhrouzi need to concentrate. He should have looked down and looked in front and open the throttle to win the race. Instead, he looked behind, and Akid Aziz came.
Look at that, 0.006 of a second between Akid Aziz and Fakhrouzi Sakrin Rostam. Haziq gets a third place. Helmi Azman, who was leading for Long Chunks, in fourth. Tenku Amrul Hafaruddin fifth. Norizman, as usual, picking up points. Khao Vietnam, for Vietnam, coming in ninth place, and Muzakir, a one-time race leader, drops down into 10th. Wanji Bo also picking up points, all because of that crash between Anggi Setiawan and Wayu Aji Trilaksana. I'd love to be in that Yamaha truck later on today when those two have a discussion about what went wrong there.
And that's the end of the first race, and Akid Aziz, he's on top of his game now, because he won the first two races in Malaysia, and he's a former champion, reigning champion of the CP 115. But this is different machine, 150cc, but he shows what he can do with the bike, winning in front of everybody else. In fact, in front of all the riders in the 150cc in Malaysia for Muhammad Akid Aziz.
Wow, what a start! Akid Aziz second on the grid at the start. The Uma Racing Yamaha Maju motor team certainly celebrating, as Wayu Aji Trilaksana, who was on pole, did not finish this race and will not pick up any points on race number 1 of the 6-round season.
Yeah, I think that's the turning point of this race, when the two Indonesian riders were out together with Amirul Arif Musa, and that give us a room for Akid, Fakhrouzi, Haziq, Helmi, Teku Amirul, in fact, the top 5. And I have to say, all these are all young riders from Malaysia, very, very young. As you can see, they are very young riders, and Akid is showing what he got, and concentrate on the race and focus till the end.
That's exactly what he did do, because he did drop back after a slowish start. Akid was forced back into the middle of the pack, but he was never too far away, and so the celebrations for Akid, can just tell you we can't confirm the results yet, because the race is under investigation, but we will still go down to the Parc Fermé and let's try and talk to who we think are the top 3, including Fakhrouzi Sakrin, Akid Aziz, and let's talk first to Haziq Farus.
Okay, I'm down at Parc Fermé here with third place finisher Muhammad Haziq Farus. So Haziq, it looks like a very intense last couple of laps for the Malaysian riders battling for the first win. So share with us, how was race 1?
Firstly, I want to thank my team, my family. The race was very difficult, but I tried to manage my position. But in the second last lap, somebody crashed, and I go to front group, and I just maintain my position until the checker flag.
All right, thank you, Haziq. And coming in second place today, Fakruzi Shakirin, a Johorian. Here's Fakruzi. Obviously, rather tough final lap for you. So tell us what happened on the final straight.
Firstly, I'm sorry to my team because I look back. So race 2, I try to fight in front and to get podium.
All right, thank you so much, Fakruzi. And today's race 1 winner, Muhammad Akid Aziz from Umar Racing Yamaha Majumoto. Akid, congratulations, your first race in the Asia Road Racing Championship and your very first win. How was race 1?
Okay, pertama sekali saya ingin mengucapkan syukur alhamdulillah kepada tim saya. Terima kasih kepada tim saya, tim Umar Racing Yamaha Majumoto. Perlombaan pertama tadi memang sengit. Lagi sengit daripada Cup Prix yang saya juarai.
All right, thank you so much. Congratulations, Akid. And just an update on the weather condition, guys. It has started to rain down here at Park Firm, but stay tuned for the podium ceremony.
Some confusion over the results of the race.
Tell you what, the race is under investigation. The official laps monitor has got Akid Aziz winning it. We are being told verbally that the photo finish shows Fakruzi Shakirin Rostam winning it. And must admit, from the naked eye, as we were commentating, my thinking was Fakruzi had won it.
Yeah.
Fakruzi thought he'd won it, but we're just waiting the final investigations. In the meantime, those clouds, you just stay where you are. We don't want you coming in too close just yet.
Yeah, because we saw just now how Fakruzi is very close with Akid Aziz, and yes, as you said, there's from the naked eyes we can see Fakruzi was in front. It's still under investigation. The photo finish will show us who is the winner of the race. We are waiting for the result right now. It's still under investigation. I believe soon we'll know the official result. The provisional is Akid Aziz. There you go. That's the final result with Fakruzi Shakirin Rostam winning the race. Akid Aziz down to second with Haziq Fairuz is in third place.
Interesting. So Fakruzi taking it. I'm not too sure about the timings there. Maybe we're getting 1 or 2 gremlins in the timings, but it certainly wasn't 1.69. Further down, we've just seen there that there were some points there for the Chinese riders. So as we go onto the podium, I understand that it's going to be Fakruzi who takes the top place on the podium. Akid Aziz, although he was interviewed as the winner, has been relegated down to second place. Although, is that what's happening there?
Yeah, that is happening. That is Akid Aziz, and
here comes Fakruzi.
The lengthy Fakruzi Shakirin Rostam
team to accept the team award.
He's from Johor, so he's winning it in front of his home crowd. These 3 young riders from Malaysia. Akid not too happy with it.
All right,
So the right result in the end, and a Johor victory on the Johor circuit. That's a great start to the season for Fakhruzi Shakirin Rostam.
Yes, and a good result as well for SCK Rapido High Ref Honda Racing Team, because they were struggling in Malaysia, in the Malaysian Grand Prix, and they did not get the result that they want. But here in Asia, they won the race, and his disciple Rahman Ahmad, the Honorable Secretary, giving away the prizes for the winners of Underbone 150cc, the Honorable Secretary to the Pasir Gudang Municipal Council of Johor.
Today, Muhammad Akid Aziz from Umar Racing Yamaha Maju Motor.
Very happy Malaysians. I wouldn't imagine the Indonesians of Anggi Setiawan and Waya Aji Chilaksana are very happy with life at the moment. That crash out,
one winner from SCK Rapido High
3
Ref
laps from the end.
Honda
Well,
Racing
Waya
Team,
Aji
Fakhruzi
did
Shakirin
manage to
Rostam.
finish the race, but in 16th place overall. So he'll be out of the points.
Today's team award
But the victory goes to
SCK
SCK Rapido
High Ref
on the Honda.
Racing Team.
And as you say, he's a
Directed
tall
by
fella,
Mr.
but I thought that little
Said
look
from
behind in the last corner had really cost him.
Yeah, I thought so, because based on the timing monitor showing that Akid Aziz is in front of Fakhruzi Shakirin Rostam, but in the end it was given to Fakhruzi with the photo finish, and as I said just now, it's a good result for Honda and also for SCK Rapido High Ref Honda Racing Team, and because of this seems like a struggling and the first 2 races in Malaysia won by Yamaha, so and in Asia, and SCK they found the right setup, the right combination, the right everything this weekend to win the race, the first race in ARRC.
Yeah, well, we got there in the end. We got the right result in the end. It was a thrilling race at the end of it. It's Fakhruzi Shakirin Rostam who's taken the first race. That's the Underbone 150 out of the way. Coming up after the break, we'll relive that race. We'll also look ahead to the Asia Production 250. This is the Asia Road Racing Championships from Johor in Malaysia.